Run number 169. 3, 2, 1, go. That movement wasn't as good. I did, yeah. I went to pick up the spit with my own hand, like just use the wall, which is not what you do, obviously, because he goes, "Oh, gross." But I still did what you're supposed to do anyway, right after that. But I thought for a second I'd done something else. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you're exactly right. That is what happened. Come on, Wolsey. What? 44. We'll take it. I just need to be a bit quicker there. Fastest monocle. Well, Wally drops his monocle. He always drops his monocle 6 sec. The fastest he can drop it is 6 seconds after he says hello to you when you walk into his shop and stand still. That's the important thing. You have to. That's why I stand still as soon as I walk in. You walk into the shop, don't move. Then you grab the paper, get into position, and grab the monocle. And it's always 6 seconds after he says hello, and that's the fastest. So technically, the fastest you can have is 38, 39, using the strats I use, of course. If you want, it's perfectly acceptable. If you want to, you can go to Wally straight away. You know, you can do do the RNG thing first kind of run and go to his shop straight away. You don't have to get the bucket first. I just get the bucket for convenience. More realistic. How do you mean realistic? Like acceptable to stand still while he says hello? I do find it funny how he won't say hello until you stand still. Oh fuck, wasn't skipping the cutscene. That could have been a lot quicker. That was stupid. It was still pretty fast. As long as you get out of Largo's room within 3 minutes, you're on a good run. And I think the slowest Wally can drop it is 17 seconds. I tested it myself. Like doing 30 walk-ins and seeing when he dropped the monocle. And see how long it took, and as I said, 6 seconds is the quickest, and I think it was 17 seconds was the slowest, and that's a run killer right there. Oh no no no! I use that's the thing you have to watch out for. Don't use the cheese squigglies with the stick, otherwise it won't work. You have to use them with the box, of course. You may say, yeah, that's obvious, but the hitboxes on those items are really small. At least in this version they are. Maybe they're better in the special edition, I'm not sure. Indeed. Especially the timing of me trying to spam through all this dialogue. But we're very slow. That go, go, go! Now here's the next RNG shitbag that can occur. Can I... Oh, he's moved already. I was hoping he wouldn't. Chester. God damn you, Chester. He moved extremely quickly there. Messed that up. Yeah, it's almost as if I've played the game 169 times before. I know, right? That was a bit slow. To be honest, it's not even 169. Probably more like 250. I didn't always run it, but I used to casually play it a lot when I was growing up. And then play it every other year until I decided to start running it. And then just play the shit out of it. Like I am now. It's a tie between this and Curse of Monkey Island. I love both games for different reasons. Curse is like funnier, I like the voice acting, and I like the art style. Whereas I also love the art style of this game, I love the backgrounds, the detail they put into them, even though they're very pixelated. There's a lot of great work put into them. But I like the story in this game a bit more. The mechanics of this game a bit more as well. The puzzle aspect's more fun to play, I find, personally. And as a speedrun game, I think this is also better. And I've played, obviously, Curse as well. I've speedrun the game. I'm the world record holder in both categories, as well as Monkey Island 1 as well. And Thimbleweed Park. Casual percent. No, no it is not. Escape is the 4th Monkey Island game, and I absolutely hate that one. And I think a lot of fans, at least old school Monkey Island fans, also hate that game. It's the one where they try to be like Grim Fandango style 3D graphics, a departure from what they used to do. "23 red. 23 red. Remind me of the number, chat. 23 red. Make sure I don't forget it. Some people can forgive Escape. I personally can't. I thought that it was a very radical departure from what they'd done before and completely unnecessary. Thanks. No, it's not the worst game in the world, of course. I'm not saying it is, but I just hated how they changed it, how they changed everything. No, open the lighthouse. Did I just try and open the door even though it's already open? That was weird. That was pretty good. What? Really? Speaking of Spade, he's just started streaming and he's playing Monkey Island as well. Too. I think he's playing this version, I'm not sure. I just haven't read the notification properly. It's unfortunate, normally our streams don't clash. And I'd love to watch him play and see if he can get the record off me. Tell you what, if this run goes to pot, I'm going to stop streaming and I'm going to go watch him instead, if you don't mind. And you should all join me in watching Spade try and beat my record. Bless him, he's really trying. I would advise to not bother playing Escape ever. Plus, it's quite hard to emulate these days. It's quite hard to run in the first place. I mean, you could play the PS2 version if you wanted to. That's probably the best, quickest, easiest avenue. Emulation, or buy a copy of it somewhere. What's Spade doing? Is he playing this? I'm not sure. I think he is anyway. Not 100% sure. I'll have to check. Obviously not right now because I'm busy. Mansion. Thank you. As I said, it's not even worth thinking about emulating it or whatever because it's a crappy game. I think probably the... Oh, I fucked up the chef. Damn it. I got his dialogue wrong and his movement was completely inaccurate. Oh well. We'll keep going. I think Escape does have the advantage of still being a funny Monkey Island game, even though some of the mechanics are questionable and I don't like the art and the gameplay and the art style and stuff. Give me a second chance. I've been meaningless without you. Get in there. Robin was terrible. And I think the other thing about it is, well, it's once again got a decent voice cast. That's not enough to save it. Dog, let me go. Thank you. I do remember Curse getting slightly too referential sometimes. Oh, I fucked it. You can't double click it. It ends up doing that. Get out. Guybrush's coat is like the TARDIS. It's got infinite space inside. That's not exactly true. The TARDIS doesn't have infinite space, but we're not talking about that. So I'm trying to read your question, Ted. Give me a second. I've got this cutscene coming up. I can read it here. Do you think the type of art for Grim but not for Escape? No, Grim Fandango was fine. I mean, I didn't play all of it, but I've played like a couple of hours worth until I got stuck and I got bored. But the art style for that game is perfectly fine. It's just because it was a Monkey Island game that had a departure from its usual art style that just bothered me and still bothers me to this day. That's all. Grim is fine because it can stand on its own and it's its own thing and therefore it's not jarring, but for me it just doesn't work for a Monkey Island game. I found nothing wrong with the old style. Curse of Monkey Island's art style is fantastic. I think it's beautiful. Some of the artwork is brilliant, it looks great, well drawn, well animated for what it is. A very ambitious project. If you compare it to like Full Throttle, which was a very similar style, but obviously sharper and more refined than Full Throttle because it came after that. I think they did a great job on it. I was very disappointed when they didn't return to that art style again. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I didn't. Dreaded skip. This run's going a bit shit. I might end up resetting soon. Well, no, I'll finish it. I promise. I'll finish this run, but I really don't see it going anywhere right now. Yeah, I thought so. So we've got time. I mean, he's going to start soon, but all I wanted to know is he's definitely doing Monkey Island. I think he is. So that's what I wanted to know. Yep, resetty spaghetti. Come on, wind. Move! Oh god, my movement was terrible. My mouse wasn't in the right place. That was an amazing slip. What is this donging noise? It's strange. It was good wind, but it's not the best wind I've ever seen. The best wind I ever saw, like happened exactly when I skipped the cutscene and started the spitting contest minigame. And it was so fast I couldn't even react to it. It was crazy fast. I don't think it was humanly possible to react to it that quick. Get out. 4188. So quite high and quite to the left. Next to Scab. I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. It's true, I actually can. Not me, Guybrush. I can't. No. I mean, I think I'm pretty good at holding my breath, but I don't think I can hold it for 10 minutes. No, definitely not. A minute, yeah. With some warm up, yeah, I think I can hold it for a minute. But not 10. I didn't explain yet when I fell in love with Curse of Monkey Island. I think it was when I was playing it for the first time, and it was like 5 years after I played this for the first time. I think I've talked about this on stream before, but for anyone who hasn't been here before, I'll explain again. Yeah, I was playing Curse of Monkey Island 5 years after playing this game for the first time. Really enjoying it, finding it very funny, really loving the game. And then I got to the part where you open Stan's coffin and let him out finally after 5 years, and I was like in total shock at what happened. I actually felt guilty. First and only time in my life I played a video game and felt actually guilty of what happened. I had locked him in there, and even though I had finally freed him, I felt so bad because I did not think they were going to fulfill that joke, but they did. They fucking did it. And many people might say, oh, I don't like Curse of Monkey Island because it wasn't written by Ron Gilbert and it's not official canon and all that stuff. And yeah, it's not. And that's true. But the guys who wrote it obviously were fans of the game. They knew what they were doing. They treated it with respect. And they did a really good job. So I would fight anyone who doesn't like Curse of Monkey Island. Because I think it's a great game. It is. And I make it a mission, like, at least once a year. I try to casually play through it every Christmas, actually. Because it was Christmas 1997 when I first played it. So I'm very nostalgic about that. So I might do that on stream this Christmas. If anybody's around on Christmas Day, I'm probably going to stream some casual curse. Anyway, do you want to guess what coffin I'm going to get here? Coffin 1, 2, 3 or 5? Go ahead and guess. 1 being the best and 5 being the worst. It's all based on RNG. It's a complete dice roll. What am I going to get? That was a nice quick. Ah, thanks, Monkey. Monkey has faith in me. He has, yes. The thing is, it's unfortunate that I think he would like to make. Hang on. 1, no, 2, no, 3. It's coffin 3. Ted gets in there just in time. On my end. With a coffin 3. An average coffin. We're gonna lose 3 seconds or so. Never mind. It's fine. The run ain't great anyway. But yeah, I can make time up later though. So we're still on for a record here. We just got to get some luck coming up. We're still on for a record though. But yeah, I think he would like to make his version of Monkey Island 3, except for the fact that Disney now owns the rights to this game and all the intellectual property. So it's them to do with it what they want to do with it. So it's unlikely he's ever going to get the chance to make it, unless Disney sold the rights for a reasonable price. If they can be convinced that it's worthless, it's not worth having. But I doubt that will happen anytime soon. If you pierce together your best scientific segment, how quickly take this week? Well, if you can see right there on my timer, I've already answered that question. My sum of the best segments, which is the times all my best segments are possibly going to be and have been run, is 34 minutes 25 seconds, and that's pretty much what I believe is the optimal time at the moment, barring any new discoveries. Where's the hole? I can't see the... I think it's that one. Yeah, it was. That was a bit shit, to be fair. Unfortunately. But yeah, Monkey Island still has some profit potential. Maybe in like 10 years if nobody makes a game out of it, if they don't try and make a game out of it. They could end up maybe selling it, who knows. Selling the rights, we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and make a movie at some point, but the interest would have to be raised by having another game probably before that happened. And I doubt that's going to happen. That's the only thing I can really see doing with it apart from making a game. Making a new game, or another remake or something. I don't know. I hope not. We've already got the special editions. And yeah, they probably don't understand what they have on their hands. It's a fucking shame. Yes, come on. Thank you. No, exactly. And yeah, to prove it, we have the special edition. Which, as I've said before, I like the special edition of this game and Monkey 1 for bringing new people into to play the games, to pick them up and give them a play, to experience them, and I like the fact they got Dominic Armato to voice Guybrush again from Curse and Escape, because I think he is a good Guybrush, a really good Guybrush Threepwood voice. But I don't like the special editions for the reasons that I don't like the art style again. I thought it was a poor conversion. I don't like the fact they built the game over on top of both of the games rather than just making a completely new game that looked like it, which is what it seems like, but it's not. So the special edition to me looks like, and I said this like yesterday or something, the special edition to me looks like some kind of Flash animated fan game. It just doesn't look right, and I just don't like the style, and that's just my opinion. Exactly, we've kind of got a Half-Life 3 situation going on with Monkey Island, the real Monkey Island 3. I'm afraid, yeah, just can't really be done now because it's just going to be unfairly judged. Like, first of all, it would have to be very similar in style to this game. It would have to look extremely retro. So we lost time there. We were expected to lose time anyway because coffin free. It would have to look extremely retro. It would have to look like it came straight out of like 1995 or 4 or something. Yeah, the art style on the special edition of this game is better than the first, but I still just don't really like it. Some backgrounds look good, others just don't to me. Give the lens. That was a bit slow. Move, 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 move. They don't need Disney wrong, we can just skirt around the intellectual property, for example, call it. Ooh, he could, but I seriously doubt he'd get away with that. Everyone will know it would be a way to try and sneak in, and that would not work at all. What I would hope for is that if he never gets to make his own Monkey Free, I would at least like him before he leaves this mortal coil one day. If he still hasn't got to make it by then, I would like him to at least describe like what it was going to be, what the story was going to be, what he had planned for it. Because if he really doesn't think he's ever going to make the game, he should tell the fans what it would be, and then I'll be satisfied. I'll never get to play it, but as long as I can find out what it was going to be about, I'm not ready. Leg, rib, leg, head. Oh, fuck it. Leg, rib, leg, head. That was kind of poor, actually. Damn it, I didn't move down quickly enough. Coolbush tripwire. Gosh, tripwire. Shield. Shield. Get up. Pick up. Missed. Right. The run is still on because of mistakes made in my world record at LeChuck's Fortress and in the final fight against LeChuck because of bad RNG. So there is still a chance for a new world record here if things go to plan. Both the pirate world and the carnival world. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what they can. I don't want to speculate on what they could have done because, well, that was all his idea of what was going to come up next. So I just think anything's better than what Curse came up with. Curse didn't really have a very good solution to all that. It just kind of ignored it at first, and then called back to it later, and it was kind of pants, to be honest. So I say I do like the story in Curse, but I don't like how it exactly begins, and I'm not a big fan of how it ends either. It just kind of abruptly ends, which is really bad. Like, oh, the game's over now. Okay, that's how it ends. They did. They really did. And then try to be all like, oh yeah, we are going to reference it later on, by the way. 4-minute cutscene. Who set off the 4-minute cutscene? Oh really? Oh okay. I've never really heard about the story of what the hell happened with that, but I knew something had gone wrong. Okay, so now we're ahead because, as I said, better work, better. Better movement and item manipulation, so that's good. Alright, okay. You know what, I think I might have seen that before, but I'm not sure. It's probably been a while. Is it on like YouTube or something, or is there a website? I'll have to look into that. Oh, fan sites, right, okay. Yeah, I think I have come across that before, but yeah, I think I want to check that out again at some point. Remind myself what was going to happen, how cool it was going to be. And then cry at what we got. Is the cutscenes they talk about, were they going to be like, because there's this really huge exposition part, nice start, in the final game. Open the drawer. The chuck's turned up, don't worry about it. This can be beneficial, actually. It is perfect, right? He's warped us where we wanted to go. This is very generous, LeChuck. This is very rare occurrence. And well, no, moving too quick. Get hyped, guys. This is fucking it. I just wish my item movement and everything was better. Hang on. Finish putting the doll in, then pick up the chuck and make sure I get it right. Because if you walk towards him, it screws everything up. I've got the tech speed on the slowest it can be, so nothing's gonna happen. Okay, we've got one final warp. If he sends us to the elevator, that is a new world record. Oh, you motherfucker, LeChuck. Wow. Oh, but he made up for it! Oh my god! LeChuck! Fucking champion of the world! This has been a very bizarre LeChuck sequence. And now we've just got to bring it home for a new world record. Look at his walk-ins, they're superbly quick. We're heading for a 35, 10, 20, something like that. It's not going to be a much better world record, but it's still going to be quicker. 35-21. LeChuck saved the run, as well as trying to kill it at the same time. I don't know what the hell happened there, but there you go. New world record by 8.3 seconds. Oh.